Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Techno Talks here. Today we're going to be doing another speed test. So this time it's going to be between the iPhone SE 2020, the newly released, well, kind of newly released iPhone SE, and the Google Pixel 3a on the left right here. So these are both budget phones. One is from Apple and one is from Google. The Pixel 3a right now, it is a year old. This was Google's last year budget phone, but since they have not released the 4a yet, I will just be conducting this test between these two, between the budget phones of Apple and Google. So let's talk about some of the chipsets and some of the specifications of these phones. On the right, on our iPhone SE 2020, we have Apple's newest chipset, which is the Apple A13 Bionic, and on the Pixel 3a, this chipset is around 2 years old. Plus, it is a budget chipset, so it's a Snapdragon 670. So it is a slower chip by a lot, comparing it to Apple's A13, which is what's inside their iPhone 11 Pro Maxes, iPhone 11 Pros, and 11s. So the iPhone SE obviously has the upper hand here in performance. Plus, the iPhone SE has 3 gigabytes of RAM, and the Google Pixel 3a has 4 gigabytes of RAM. So it might have more RAM, not by too much, but Apple's software and Apple just uses less RAM anyways. iOS does not need that much RAM. Like, you can tell their iPhone 11s have like around 4 gigabyte. iPhone 11 Pros have like 4 gigabytes of RAM, and they're still one of the fastest phones right now. So I have a couple apps that I'm gonna go through. Some social apps, some shopping apps, and some games. So let's open up both of these. Get into the phone. So as you can see, Instagram, Snapchat, YouTube, all that stuff. So I'm just gonna be clicking through them and just, I guess, see which one opens up faster. So we have Instagram first. So let's start now in 3, 2, 1. Instagram, as you can see, the iPhone SE did load up faster. So we have Snapchat in 3, 2, 1. Snapchat, around the same. I think that was a tie. Not sure, but I'm pretty sure that was a tie right there. Let's go to YouTube in 3, 2, 1. Okay, so YouTube did take a little while to load on the iPhone SE. They're both connected to the same Wi-Fi, so there shouldn't be a difference between the Wi-Fi connection. Amazon and 3, 2, 1. Oops, let's close that out really quick. Amazon in 3, 2, 1. So faster on the iPhone SE, as expected. Best Buy in 3, 2, 1. So faster on the iPhone SE again, but one thing I'd like to point out, this Google Pixel 3a is holding its speed pretty well. So far, it's only had a slight decrease in Amazon, was it? That just took a tiny bit longer, not even a second, but everything else was almost a tie. So let's go to eBay in 3, 2, 1. So eBay was the same. That was a tie again. I'm pretty sure that was a tie. Temple Run 2 in 3, 2, 1. So these are games now. We're in the game section. Let's actually turn down this volume. So iPhone SE loaded faster, and Pixel 3a. Did you see that there was some choppiness right there, a little lag when it was going into the screen, but they both loaded in. So let's close them both out. Let me turn on the volume first, really quick. Okay, so next up we have, so that was a clear win for the iPhone SE right there. One thing I'd like to say is that Apple's chipset usually do tend to be faster in games compared to any other Android phone. So comparing this phone to my S10e, the games did load up faster. So that's one thing I'd like to point out. We have Subway Surfer now in 3, 2, 1. So, okay, that was way faster. That was faster by a lot right there on the iPhone SE. They both run smoothly, so I've used both of these phones for 2-3 weeks, and they both run smoothly. The Google Pixel 3a does not lag too much. The only problem with the Pixel 3a was battery life so far. So dead trigger in 3, 2, 1. Okay, I feel like this one's gonna be a clear win for the iPhone. Okay, it's still loading right there. Let's click play in 3, 2, 1. See which one loads in faster. So the iPhone SE is having a little animation right there. I'm not sure what that was right there. I'm gonna give it to the iPhone SE because it did load it in faster, and then that was just playing the game. I guess they both had different sections of the game launched. So now we all have all our apps right here. Not gonna close any of them, as you can see right there. So now let's just reopen them and just see the RAM management on these phones, just to see if they all held up. So dead trigger in 3, 2, 1. Okay, so they're both here. Next up, we have Subway Surfers in 3, 2, 1. So they're both still there, perfectly fine. No reloading. Temple Run 2, still both there. eBay. Okay, no reload so far. That's pretty good for the Google Pixel 3a. Also, for the, was that a little reload? I'm not sure, but I feel like that was a reload on the SE. So one thing I'd like to point out is the iPhone SE has had some RAM management problems for a little while now. Apple might have updated with software updates. They might have gotten it better because so far I haven't seen reloads. But before, the iPhone SE would have way too many reloads. It was terrible RAM management on this phone. So let's go to Amazon. Okay, so a little reload right there on the Google Pixel 3a, but that's still good for this phone with this chipset. YouTube in 3, 2, 1. No reloads. Snapchat. Okay, still no reload, so it's perfect for that Pixel 3a with these price points on these phones. Instagram in 3, 2, 1. Okay, so no reloads right there. Okay, so this was a clear win for the iPhone SE, but one thing I'd like to say is that if this phone just got a little faster, just a tiny bit faster, it had the win. So the only reason this won was the iPhone SE opened most of the things like just by a millisecond faster. So that's still good for the Pixel 3a right there with the chipset, with Snapdragon 670 chipset, which is pretty slow comparing it to all the other flagship chipsets, and its price point right there with 400 USD. It did have a price drop, a discount for $120 on Amazon. I'm not sure if they're still doing that discount, but when I got this phone, they had that discount, so it was a nice deal. I got it for $300, and this iPhone SE was